they're the ones engaged in the violence, and the only time militia or patriot comes into it is when they're the victims or they're being framed for it.
Paul, I'm not tooting my horn. I just want listeners to understand we really know what we're talking about. I've been saying the last 2 weeks and throughout the weekend and the last 2 days, they're going to come out and say that anybody that's against open borders, gun control, anybody who is against cap and trade, taxes, carbon taxes, anybody who's against government-run health care is a white supremacist murdering bomber. This morning, watching CNN and MSNBC, they had the Southern Poverty Law Center on saying that the militias are going to attack and kill us. And notice this was already put out by the DHS report 5-6 months ago. So they are pre-scripting all of this. And I've been saying all week, they have got to stage terror attacks now or their agenda's dead. And so I've been telling people, get ready for this. We're now seeing the preparatory phase as they prep the public that this is going to happen. And so get ready. We've got to get the word out now, like I did 2 months before 9/11, that they are getting ready to stage something. I'm sorry to the feds that your bosses are going to bomb you. We're trying to stop it. Paul Watson, you've been with me now for, 7 years, since you were 20. And your brother for almost as long. And the websites now, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, are the first and second largest alternative sites. Does it creep you out to have the Southern Poverty Law Center in every case come after us first? I mean, that's got to let us know we are really making them mad whenever we talk about Oklahoma City.
It seems to be the case that increasingly we're being pushed to the forefront of this demonization campaign, which is to be expected because, we're the biggest thing out there in terms of internet presence, certainly in this movement. But the big breaking news on this, which demolishes the entire foundation of the DHS, the Southern Poverty Law Center's claims, is a Freedom of Information Act request was made by Americans for Limited Government to find out what the basis of the now infamous report on right-wing extremism was, the report that was put out by the Department of Homeland Security under Obama now, of course. And this was also referenced in the Associated Press report today, which talks about this new Southern Poverty Law Center warning about the growth of the militia movement and potential violence, and also linking it with gun owners and then smearing them as, being involved with people like Richard Poplawski, the Pittsburgh cop killer. It turns out that the main source of the DHS report on right-wing extremism, the main source from which they garnered the material to write the report, was a website which infamously, and the vast majority of our readers and the people on the forum will know how ridiculous and kooky this website is. It infamously puts out disinformation on a daily basis. I'm not going to give the name out just to avoid them getting any traffic. But this website, amongst its other bizarre claims, one is that the government of the United States, via sophisticated radio waves, has been in direct contact with extraterrestrial aliens, and that the United States, through their scientists, destroyed a communication device that the Russians have got with these aliens. That's one of their main claims at the moment. And this website was the main source for DHS's report on right-wing extremism. Some of their links, they've got a PDF file which was used by the DHS of their sources for this right-wing extremism report. Several of the links are ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center, so it's just an echo chamber basically. And then no less than 11 of the links on which they base their entire report are from this kooky, inane website that claims that the US and the Russians are fighting a war over communication with aliens. So the entire foundation of their report is based on this bizarre, kooky website.
But that's what they do. And then with that, they say veterans are terrorists, gun owners are terrorists, and train all the local police to take on veterans. Paul, let's do 5 more minutes, then get Steve Quayle on about this and a lot more. And we've got those clips coming up once we go live at prisonplanet.tv of all the demonization. We are under sustained New World Order attack by the government, the white supremacists, everybody right now.